I put too much faith in a person and not the system behind it, like checks and balances. So we recently, as recent as last year, had someone steal about $180,000 of our rent money. And you think, how could you not notice that? Well, when you have rental income that's exceeding that, it's a lot. But they did it so sporadically that there wasn't a real pattern. So if you had your checks and balances in place, I would have caught it faster. I caught it, but it was I was in disbelief that this person could do it. Um, and that's what I think a lot of people have is they put too much faith in a person and not the system.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil. Today, I'm joined by someone that I'm looking forward to chatting with, Melissa Shea, who has been making serious moves as an investor since 2005, as well as the president of the Long Island Real Estate Investor Association. So really excited to have you here on the show today, Melissa.
Nice to be here, Michelle. Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I really think our listeners are going to take something away from how you have grown your investing business and how you now educate others to do the same. So excited to dive in with you.
So, very cool.
Awesome.
Where do you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, just first off, for those who don't know you and your world yet, I would love to hear the short version of what your main focus is.
Sure. My mission is to really empower and to educate families for financial independence. My family means so much to me, and too often times people are trading time for dollars. So they're working their what once was 9 to 5s is now 7 to 7, seeing their families less and less, and to make more and more, not even to make more money, just to keep at the where they were. And so parents are having to take on second jobs, do things to make ends meet, and that means time away from their children. So I think the family suffers when you don't have that knowledge of how to earn additional income so you don't have to trade that time for dollars. So that's really my mission is that portion. And then the other portion would be when you get to retirement age, too often times people are running out of their money. And that's one of the biggest fears. So I really try to help individuals like that are looking and realize they have more years than they have dollars. So how do you stretch that so you can preserve wealth? So those are my two focuses and what I'm very passionate about.
Amazing. I love that. And where are you operating from?
Anywhere. And I
Anywhere.
say that because we have 4 locations right now. We have Connecticut, New York, Maryland, and Florida. So we're mostly on the East Coast, but our teaching programs is nationwide.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I have clients in California and things like that, students there as well, because it works anywhere in the U.S. It's the same principles apply in each marketplace. Everyone has a little bit of uniqueness to it, but the concept and the underlying fundamentals is always the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Okay. And what has been like the main keys to keeping this business running smoothly?
Well, I wouldn't say smoothly, and I say that because people think that real estate investing is supposed to be smooth, and it's probably any business, because I have 18 businesses, has ebbs and flows, right? So when you have ebbs and flows, there's no predictability to it. So I want people to understand that that's completely normal. You're going to have, especially in this industry, you're going to have people steal from you. You're going to have disappointments, and I don't want them to be taken back by those setbacks, thinking that, oh, I can't be like this person or that person, especially if you're going to have some really experienced people on your podcast. I want them to understand with equal amount of successes came equal amount of disappointments, failures, and setbacks. So for me, what keeps me motivated and at focal point is having that focal point and that vision. So one of my mentors that helped me understand is if the target's there, how you get there could be a zigzag, but if you are not crystal clear on your target, and I see this a lot in our industry, I call it the ooh piece of candy syndrome. They like, ooh, I should do this. Ooh, I should do that. You're following a strategy and not a goal. If you have the goal, you'll get there. Different strategies will change, but the goal will never change. And so for us, our goals don't change. We increase on them each year, but yeah. And when you hit that goal, you set a bigger goal. That's the other thing. It's a never stopping business. So
Yeah, absolutely. So, some of these setbacks, can you maybe expand on one of them that you've experienced that maybe felt really difficult at the time, and now that you've overcome it, like what the wisdom was?
sure. So there's quite a few. So I'm going to pick a few. Honestly, I think for me, and I see a pattern in myself doing this. I put too much faith in a person and not the system behind it, like checks and balances. So we recently, as recent as last year, had someone steal about $180,000 of our rent money. And you think, how could you not notice that? Well, when you have rental income that's exceeding that, it's a lot. But they did it so sporadically that there wasn't a real pattern. So if you had your checks and balances in place, I would have caught it faster. I caught it, but it was I was in disbelief that this person could do it. Um, and that's what I think a lot of people have is they put too much faith in a person and not the system. And the system has the checks and balances. If you have standard operating procedures, that wouldn't happen as often, or if it would be very nil because you can't control people. So I think not choosing the right people in the right roles has been my setback and very costly. And for me, it always makes me pivot. I think all things happen for good. And what that means is that you go through an experience to find a lesson that you need to learn and then move on, then you can master that lesson because the pain is there to learn from it. And so, yeah, it still happens. I've had them from my beginning days when I got ripped off by contractors.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
To to just as recently as last year. So don't don't be a fool to think that this doesn't keep happening, You just got to get better at it. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are just kind of learning lessons that come with the job, like any job. And, when you're there for that long-term vision, you see them as just stepping stones to learn more.
Yeah, that's all they are. Is lessons learned. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are some goals that you have for your business, for, yeah, anything new, where directions that it's heading?
So 2026, we revamped our educational program so that we could make it easier for people who are outside the states in which we operate. So we created a new program called the Accelerator Program. They come in for 3 days, twice, and then they get a year of support and services. So we have a ratio of 84% of our students that enroll actually get in a deal and earn their money back within a year. That's a phenomenal rate. And one of the things that we do is also give them a money back guarantee. After 12 months, if you still haven't gotten into a deal, that's our motivation to help you get into real estate investing. You get your money back for the program. So we revamped that, and I took on um, another coaching instructor, and I'm taking on 2 or 3 more. And I think it's a lot more fun because you can learn from multiple. So we renamed it Real Masterminds, capital RE for the real estate mastermind group. And you'll learn everything from multifamily to subject to financing and raising capital and things like that. But you have experience from a lot more people than just one. So I like that benefit. And the practicality, it's not being lectured to, it's actually getting you involved. And actually, it gets me really excited because the energy is in the room. And so when you're in the room, you can be doing deals and it's a lot of fun. So that's our goal for next year.
Amazing. And is this program online? Like, how does that format work?
Sure. So you can go to realmasterminds.com and you can sign up for it there. Or I'm the president of the Long Island chapter of the RIAs. So you can go to LIREIA.com. You could sign up for our mailing list. It's free. And we give free content so you can learn what we do without having to invest any money on it. And then eventually join the educational side, which is the Real Masterminds program.
Amazing. I love that. So, what are you most like focused on when it comes to the investing side of your business? Is there a certain avenue or direction or type of investment style that you like to personally focus on?
Sure. After having done many, many, many fix and flips, over 1,000 of them, I'm kind of bored with that. So, and it's not challenging anymore. So what I like doing is new development. I think new development for affordable housing, there's the luxury brand, which will definitely make you a lot more money, but we're committed to having a purpose in on our non-for-profit side. And so our Clear the Way housing program is we bought substantial land in Alabama and South Carolina and Florida, in which we are doing development projects for affordable housing. So it's a rent to own program. So people who are uneducated on home ownership can rent for us while they learn how to gain ownership. And they're gaining ownership in a house that's not built in the 1800s or 1900s. It's something that's fairly new, easy to manage, and will build equity. So we're looking at the rural markets or the tertiary markets. So that's kind of a unique marketplace. Not a lot of people like to fund in that area, but I find that the demand is in there.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
So that's unique to our business. And I'm really focusing on systems and processes for our investors, more transparency so they can see where their money's going and the progress of the projects that we're working on.
Amazing. That is so exciting.
Yeah, it is. I'm very excited about it.
So, what are some of like the ways that your business has grown so substantially? Like maybe there's people listening to this that are newer in the field and are just getting started and they want to eventually scale. Like, what are some of those ways that you were able to do that?
Through networking. I think that's why I loved being the president of I still love being the president of the RIA, the Real Estate Investors Association. Get involved with them. It isn't just a cliche saying your net worth is equal to your network. It really was s- astounding to find out that that was really true. And proximity is important. When you're surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded, strive for bigger things, they seem bigger to you at the moment, but because you're around people who are thinking and expanding bigger, you do start going that direction. So I would say networking is absolutely crucial. And that's why now we're doing ours online for free because only 3% of the population think like we do. That's not a lot of people, you know? And so we need to be connected. We need to have more community. So I appreciate you guys putting content like this because it's connecting us. And connecting and networking would be my two number one and two number of what you should be doing as a newbie and continue to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Relationships are everything in this space. They really can help propel you.
Yep, absolutely.
Some. So, what are some like opportunities that you see right now for where kind of like a real estate investment is heading?
Sure. I love staying on the current trends of things in the market. I think it just keeps me interested in the field. But right now, there's a big switch to subject to and seller financing. It's huge, largely because of those mortgages. If you got a mortgage or refinanced in the last 5 years, 6 years, you really have low interest rates. What the challenge is, you probably leveraged a good amount of it, and days on market have increased nationwide to over 200 days on the market. So if you're looking to sell, um, selling on subject to financing, where you have that low interest rate, is attractive for investors to find. And obviously, sellers don't know too much about this. So if you are a beginning investor or investor, I think the subject to market is going to explode in the next 2 to 3 years. And as long as nobody's refinancing, I think that's going to increase. Rates dropped this week just a little bit, first time in 9 months, um, which I think is trying to help get the confidence to get the inflation under control. But if you have debt that's tied in at 2 and 3%, you can command your higher price because you can do the subject to. So I think it's a great market to be in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that perspective. So I know you mentioned that you have written some books. Could you expand on what those books are and what they're about?
Sure. My mentor was Jack Canfield, and I enjoyed working with him. I worked with him for 4 years. I wanted to be a good mentor and teacher, and he is a phenomenal one. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Souls and series, and he sold his books for 66 million. So we did a joint collaborative book while we were in his training class, and we just threw it together, and then we actually published it. So that was our first one, and that was just a lesson about um, what we should do with love, because when you love what you do, it becomes effortless, but it makes an impact. And Charlie Kirk's experience in life just taught us that too, is that he really loved what he did. He really loved his family, his country, and that for that he made a huge impact, right? Whatever side you feel or whatever the case may be, it was about impact. And I think that's what we as real estate investors realize, that what we do has an impact in our communities. When you take a house that is dilapidated or distressed, off the market, renovate it, and put it on, you're just not making money for yourself. You have realtors involved, you have a homeowner involved, you have a title company involved, you have a mortgage company. I love that you can take at any one transaction, you're pulling together anywhere from 8 to 16 different people to make a deal work. And you all have to be cooperative. You have to overcome personality conflicts and emotions and setbacks and hiccups. And at the end of the day, one transaction could feed 16 families. I mean, you don't get more American than that, more impact than that. And I think that's just amazing. And I sit in awe when a transaction's done and realize how many people that one transaction affected. And I think that's true impact. So if you love what you do and you can make more of an impact on that, it's not just about the money.
Totally. So, yeah, that's so important. So, both of your books were in that collaboration.
Yeah, the second book I actually like more. That was about more the journey about how to get started, right? So I'm blessed to have 6 boys and 2 girls, and my boys are getting to that age where they're starting to think about their future. They just graduated high school, college age, and they're kind of finding their place in the world. So I was looking at a book that would take them from start to finish, and starting with how house hack methodology, how to get into a house and start building wealth from there. And you can do that as young as 18 years old. I've seen even children even younger than that. They need their parents' help with that. But the point is that they can become millionaires by the time they're 30. So that book was a how-to methodology on steps to take when you're just beginning. And I built a presentation on how to get to 7 steps to build a 7-figure portfolio. And it really only required buying 4 pieces of property. And, people think it has to be all these transactions, and it really doesn't. And that could change your whole trajectory for your retirement, for how you put your kids through college, and take the financial burden on you. I think financial illiteracy is rampant through the world. And I had to find this out in my later life. And I really studied hard because I really wanted to be with my kids more and or do this for my children. And I really had to learn. So yeah, I enjoyed the journey. But yeah, that book is more for step by step, you know.
Amazing. I love that. I think that's so valuable for people to get that and have that process. Awesome. So, before we wrap up here, someone wants to reach out, connect, learn more from you. Where can they find you?
Easiest one is you can go on my um, uh, Facebook page, Melissa Shea, Shea, or actually the website's the easiest, lireia.com, and just sign up. You'll start getting communications from me. I post regularly content, just free content, and once a month I do intro to real estate investors. or financing tips for investors. It's completely free and it's current information, and it's a way you can just do a Q&A. So if you just want to get started and you don't want to have any thread or, you know, there's no pressure to buy or any of that stuff. I really believe in education. And if I can help your family just get a little bit more time with your kids, that's something you can never get back. And that's great joy to me. So, because I see it go so fast, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you do. Absolutely. I appreciate your story, your perspective, and your time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Michelle. I appreciate it.
Of course. And for those listeners tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure that you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators just like Melissa who are building real businesses. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.